Hello and welcome to Amy Hill Creates. I have a very special project here today. We're working with the Altenew Tiny Festive Patterns hot foil plates, which are 4 plates that are 2 inches by 3 inches. There are 3 plates that are patterned and 1 solid plate. And I'll talk a little bit more about that later. So you can see that there's trees, a plaid pattern, and stripes, and that solid plate will do the reverse. And just to show exactly what I mean by that is I have this pattern here that was created using the Magic Burst hot foil plate, and I took my leftover foil, used the solid plate, and got the reverse image. As all of these are 2 inches by 3 inches, I thought that they would make great tags. And so I'm using the Terrific Tags die set. These tags fit perfectly with the Festive Patterns hot foil plates, and you can see that some of the tags have a straight bottom and some of the tags have a fishtail bottom. There are also these smaller tags, and those work great with sentiments. So I'm going to use the mini Blossom machine to cut out all 4 tags, 2 with a fishtail and 2 with a straight bottom. And I love how absolutely adorable these look. They fit perfectly on these tags. So we have 2 images from the hot foil plates and 2 made with the solid plate. And now I'm going to show you what you can do with these. So first, we're actually going to be blending over foil, and you can do this. The ink won't hurt the foil at all, and you can just rub off after you're done ink blending, and the foil will remain nice and bright and crisp for you. So I'm using the Green Valley ink set here and this small blending brush from Altenew, and I am going for a gradient effect from light to dark. And I am stamping a sentiment using the new Mistletoe Wreath stamp set. This stamp set has the most adorable small sentiments that fit perfectly on these little tiny tags from the Terrific Tags die set. And I'm just going to ink up just a little bit using the enchanted ink just to give it a little bit of separation. And I felt that it was too much white on that tiny tag, so I ended up inking that over as well. And I'm using the thread from the thread set. And what I'm doing here is I'm taking a piece of thread and I'm folding it over a couple of times to give it a little bit more weight. And that way I can make sure that it is going to match what I'm doing with the tag. So you can see here that I just folded it over and just tied a knot, and there is my first tag. For the next 2 tags, what I'm going to be doing is masking off sections. So for this first tag, I am using one of the patterns from the Tiny Festive Patterns hot foil plate, and I'm just inking up red. And I'm really just looking for a candy cane look where you have red alternating with white. And you can see that I started with a light coating of the red, and now I'm coming in with a darker color, and this is the crimson. And this is from the Red Sunset ink collection. And so you can see after I'm done really adding on, I want to put on a lot of ink here to really make this bold. And when I pull this off, you can see that red with that white. Now I wanted to get this last corner just a little bit darker, so I just keep reusing that masking and adding in that ink until I get the colors that I want. And that crimson is a really great holiday red color. And in order to make sure that my sentiment stamps right, I just use some masking tape, put that on there, and I'm going to do the same thing that I did in the previous tag, ink it up a little bit and tie some thread in order to make a knot. And this is a close-up of that, and it is absolutely stunning and gorgeous and will make a great addition to a present. For this tag, now this tag was made using the solid plate, so I took the reverse image of the previous tag. And here I'm inking it up with green and red. So I'm just keep moving these pieces of masking tape, and I'm just reusing the same pieces over and over again. And I am going and alternating green with red. And I'm going to continue to do that and moving that masking tape and getting those green and red stripes. I wanted to keep the white in order to give a little bit of space between the green and the red. And so this is my last little section, and this will be red to finish up that alternating. I will also stamp again on the tiny tag and add that into my larger tag for a sentiment. And you can see how lovely that shine is, and that color looks tremendous. And again, this is absolutely gorgeous. So one other thing you can do is you can add embellishments to your tags. So this is the tag that was made from the reverse image on the Magic Burst hot foil plate, and I'm adding in some leftover snowflakes that I made using the Layered Snowflakes 2 die set. And these snowflakes were cut out of just pieces of scrap paper that I had, and they look absolutely gorgeous against that circular image that's on the tag. And I'm just going to layer up these snowflakes, get them exactly where I want to. And I think the perfect finishing touch for these is to add a sequin. And so the Altenew sequins, these are great. I was just kind of picking out the exact right size, which fits perfectly in the middle of that snowflake and gluing it in. Then I'm going to add my sentiment on the tiny tag, add some thread, and then we are good to go. Look at that shine on there. It looks absolutely gorgeous. And this is the sentiment, and now I'm tying that piece of thread. So this gives you another idea, again, of using that thread. I'm just wrapping it over and over and then adding that in. And just to give you an up close look at this, so that is that snowflake on top of that shine, and it just looks absolutely gorgeous. So this is a view of all 4 tags that we went over, looking at adding ink, using masking, and then also adding embellishments. Thank you so much for joining me today. I really appreciate your time, and I hope you enjoyed this video. Have a great day.